On guys, it's Reflex here coming at you guys with another Bleach Soul Resonance video. I know it's been a while since I probably talked on one of these. I've been posting like, leaderboards, elusive training stuff, slash, but today I would like to welcome a special guest today. I got my boy Sosa here, guys, and we are going to be discussing stamps and rotations and why, most of all, your Ichigo is not doing the damage that he should most likely be doing. Say what's up, Sosa.
Yo, what's the word, y'all? We chilling right now. Got my boy Reflex out here. He putting out the good information for the game y'all need to know about.
Facts, big facts. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is what I truthfully feel like a lot of people do not focus on is stats. Now, look, I know a few of you whales out there. I love my whales. Shout out to my whales. Y'all fun in the game. You know what I'm saying? But y'all still need the knowledge. A lot of people still need the knowledge. Free to play, whales, pay to win, no matter who you is. Without knowledge, paying only get you so far. So we gonna teach everybody today. Each one teach one. So, if we go here, I'm gonna just show off my Ichigo real quick. My Ichigo, I want to say it's not the best Ichigo, but he gets the job done to an extent. As you guys know, I don't have any of the extra weapon ascensions, the core ascensions, anything like that. The boundary, nah, none of that. But what I do have is handy dandy stats. Now, like I said, my stats are not the best. I wish my crit rate could be like a little bit higher at base. It's like 39.5%, rounded off to 40, which is perfectly fine in a sense. So, look at my crit damage, 150.
You gotta tell them why that's fine. You have built-in stats into your Ichigo.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys why that's fine. Because if you go here, Ichigo's weapon stand already increases your crit rate by 15. So that's a complete given. So even with me being at 40%, that's 55% right there. So when releasing special attacks, Ichigo summons 2 after image to attack the target, dealing total damage of equal to 100% of special attack. This also counts as a special attack, which is also fucking great for Ichigo. Excuse my language. Which is also amazing for Ichigo. So if we go over to Ichigo's passive, no, not his passive. What is his ultimate right here? No, that's not the other one that increases. I think it is. No, that's not the one.
I think it's his weapon stamp. His set stamp.
His set stamp? Oh, yeah.
Check his set stamp.
Oh, yeah.
One of them shits is 30%.
Yeah, so while Hollowfield, Ichigo's crit rate increases by 15%. So let's just say you pop your ult, right? So you popped your ult, you're already at a base 15%. So now at that 15% that I just added on from that's 55, and then that's plus 15%. So that's 70% crit rate that I'm getting while I'm in Hollow bonus. Manually releasing counterattacks increases the crit rate bonus to 25%. So didn't I just say that? What were we at? 75%? So there we go. That's already 100% crit rating on Ichigo just with my regular stats. Increases counterattack damage by 60% is absolutely insane.
It'll be what you was at. You was at 70?
Yeah.
Because it goes from the initial, it was 15, then goes to 25. So it don't add an extra 25. It just adds the extra 10, if you get what I mean.
Okay.
So if you was at 70, it'll go to 80. Still, 80% crit rate.
Okay. And so let's take that 80% crit rate. So I'm critting 80% of the time, 20% I'm not. So if we go here, right here, that's adding to my attack. Now I know base, I always tell you guys base attack, just raw base attack without any extra stats, like how this is right here, crit damage, crit rate is absolutely horrible. What you do want to go for is attack percentage. So I know you guys are waiting for this. I'm gonna show you guys the horrible stamps that I have right now. And these are bad stamps in my opinion, guys. These are really bad stamps at this moment. They can definitely be better, like this HP percent right here. That could easily be attack percentage, adding to my slash. This one right here. Crit damage is great. It's nice. I got the ultimate charge rate. But that, like I said, that HP right there, that could be something else like attack percentage or anything else like that. The attack, I got attack percentage right here at 10% extra, crit rate right here, 11.5% extra. It's a 6-star though. And to remind you guys, and if you guys want to level up your 6 stars, you guys are going to have to star up with Stamp Nexus. There are 100 Jade inside of the store. And then with I forgot what the little block coins are. You get, for 250 of those, you can get 1 Stamp Nexus. So as you guys see, like I said, it's not the best. This Rising Black Moon could have been slash damage right there where it has defense. That would have been amazing. That would have been like what 17% slash damage, probably almost 20 just on Ichigo extra. And as I said, I'm already rocking 31% slash damage. So that's 51% slash damage if that was better. This is what I mean and what I be talking about when I'm saying that I have good stamps, but they could be absolutely better. Ailment damage bonus isn't doing nothing for me. HP isn't doing nothing for me, but I did get lucky on both of these, and I was able to ascend each one for that 15% crit rate, and then that crit damage going up to 23%. So that all in all, that's still boosting me up an amazing amount with the slash damage bonus 20%. Like I said, that could be way higher. So another thing I want to talk about is Urahara. So as you guys may know, if you guys go to his, what was it, Sosa, his core stamp or his weapon stamp? Or is it passive? Passive?
His ultimate. His ultimate.
Oh, his ultimate? Yeah, there we go. His ultimate. So Urahara fires a spiritual bullet at the enemies, dealing damage equal to 487.5% of the attack. The team's crit damage then increases by a fixed 32.5% plus 32.5% of Urahara's crit damage for 25 seconds. So let's just say if your Urahara has 105 crit damage, like, yeah.
It goes up every time you level up.
Exactly, and it goes completely higher. So right now, as you guys know, mine says 32%. It can go up to 35%. So let's just say his crit damage is 105%. That literal crit damage right there, you're getting 30. Let's say if I had it upgraded, 35% of 105%. So I want to say, what is that, like 35% even? So I mean, I can't really do the math off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's around there that everybody gets that boost of that 35% damage because of his given crit damage.
And you get 35% of his crit damage. Then you get additional 35% of your own crit damage added on.
Yeah, additional 35% of your own crit damage added on. So already, bro, this is just showing you guys how Urahara, Kisuke, he's in his own category. He's literally in his own category as a support. I don't really see any other supports possibly, being as good as him as of right now. Kisuke is going to be here for a while. So as I'm telling you guys now, go get him, go grab him. He's needed. All teams, all around. Now, let's check out my boy Byakuya. This man right here is one of probably the biggest stars of the show when it comes to that slash. Okay. Let's just go to his score. His course.
Yeah, hold on. Don't go to Byakuya too fast. You forgot about the ratio analysis.
Oh, right. Okay, so for Urahara, the Reishi analysis, bro. Whenever Urahara releases his special attack, technique, ultimate, or counterattack, all three of these grants one stack of Reishi analysis to the team. Each stack increases the team's attack by 30%, by 10% for 15 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. So listen, if you're getting into 3 rotations, you can get into 3 rotations in about, I want to say about 7 seconds, just given 7-second rotations. So hold on. So about 7-second rotations. So by that time, each time you keep those rotations going, as it's saying, the rotations are stacking. That's why I say rotations are very important. So each time you go into rotation, hit a counterattack, anything like that, that's going to automatically reset that back to 15 seconds. You're going to get another stack for 15 seconds. By the time that other stack's over, you're already going to be in a full-blown rotation of 30% extra attack. That's crazy. That's insane. That goes to your slash boost, everything. So as I said, guys, Urahara he's goated. He's absolutely goated.
I don't know if from his passive or if it's from Ascension. Can't be from Ascension because I don't have any extra copies of him. So it gotta be a passive or something. But you can stack that ratio analysis up to 6 times.
6 times? Is it his boundary? Hold on, let's have a look.
It's not his boundary because I don't have any copies of it, extra copies. But I got 6 stacks of ratio analysis right now as we playing.
Okay, yeah, his boundaries aren't really worth it, Like, looking at his 6, each stack of ratio analysis increases Urahara's crit rate by an extra 10% and crit damage by... Oh, okay. That works. Yeah, the crit damage is worth it. I mean, not really worth it as in, like, going for Ascension 6 for that extra 10%. But, I mean... It's worth it if you got the money for it, guys. If you got the money for it, go ahead, go crazy. All right. Let's go ahead on and get into my man.
It gotta be check his passive, because like I said, I don't have any extra copies of him, and I got 6 stacks of ratio analysis.
6 stacks. I don't know. It says max unless it's passive boost. When Urahara releases special attack and increases the ultimate damage by 15, stacking up to 4 times. Urahara's ultimate injury charge rate increases by 17.5% for 2. Number 1, Urahara gains an extra 87.5% spiritual pressure when releasing a technique. What if is it his technique? Which a large area explode? No, that's 6 seconds. Attack the team is nah.
Check his special attack.
Yeah, his technique, it says Urahara throws a portable Gigai forward and immediately falls back, gaining a stack of spiritual pressure reserve. The portable Gigai taunts nearby enemies with a large area and explodes in 6 seconds, dealing damage equal up to 154% of attack. So I don't know if that's
His special attack is inside of his basic attack. Check his basic attack.
Urahara wields Benihime to strike 5 times, dealing damage equal to 117% of attack and gaining spiritual pressure. So his special attack is right there. Urahara releases a long-range sword wave, dealing damage equal to 276% of attack for special attacks reserves once at maximum spiritual pressure. So if we go here to his counter, okay, there we go. Benihime, which restrains the enemy. No, I don't think that is. Enemy and explodes, dealing damage equal to 406% of attack, immediately raising the spiritual pressure to the maximum and gaining 1 stack of Reishi analysis.
Well, that's what it is. It's adding on stacks. I got 6 stacks. In some type of way, maybe somebody who watching or listening probably know.
That says that no, you're facts, because it says it's gaining 1 stack of Reishi each time you use the counter. So you do get it from, so maybe switching to Benihime before the enemy turns purple and then switching back to Ichi, that would be valid too for more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the man, the myth, the legend, the aura farmer of the century. We about to go with my man's Byakuya. So as you guys already know, we're gonna just go straight to skills real quick, and we're just gonna click on this one that's the most infamous right here, battlefield skill. Thousand Blade Funeral. While Byakuya's battlefield skill is active, all teammates slash damage increases by 30%. Now, before I even read this and get into it, do you not know that his battlefield skill also lowers the slash resistance of other enemies when you drop it? And wait, if I'm not mistaken, does that stack, Sosa? I'm pretty sure that stacks. Doesn't it stack the battlefield skill? Yeah, okay. Byakuya's battlefield skill button will be activated for 2 seconds after any character releases a special attack, technique, or counterattack. That's where your rotation comes in. But not at any other time. Byakuya transforms fluttering petals into blades and pierces enemies, pinning them down to the ground and dealing damage. If Byakuya's battlefield skill energy drops to 0 after releasing the skill, tap the battlefield skill button again to trigger a follow-up attack with the same effect as the 4th strike of the basic attack, Dancing Petals. Now, that's absolutely insane in its own because, like I said, it can be spammed. And it's also giving you 30% more damage just to your teammates every time that is dropped, and that just also includes the stacks of resistance that you're getting on him. Let's just dive into the ultimate real quick. Byakuya splits the blade in tiny. Okay, wait, hold on. That's not where that's at. It has to be somewhere else. Byakuya's skill is active. Releasing technique grants 4 battlefield skill energy. Okay, here we go. The technique. This is the one that you're going to want to spam. If you're not spamming this, you're not getting any battlefield skills. So like I said, rotation is very, very important when it comes to damage. And a lot of you guys don't know that. A lot of you guys are just like, oh, well, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to attack, do a real quick rotation, and then boom, bada bing, not switch back to Byakuya. Bro, you cannot do that. Byakuya has to be active. You have to time your rotation. Usually what I do is I'll hit Byakuya, I'll hit Urahara first, and then do his 2 slashes. Go to Ichigo, get about maybe 3 strikes in. Is it 3 strikes in? Like 3 little rotations of his attack. And then boom, switch back to Byakuya, switch back to Benihime. By the time you hit 2 more Reishi analysis, boom, you got his ultimate. Boom, that's doing way more. You got the crit damage buff. Switch back to Ichigo. By the time you go back to Ichigo, you will literally have your ultimate ready. I know shit. Like literally, you probably hit like 2 more rotations. Boom, Ichigo's thing is ready. And don't let it happen while you're hitting them. And then they try to counterattack. You break that counterattack and put them in the spiritual disputation, and then you hit that. Woof, that damage. That's damage. Trust me. So
now look, check his passives. When you go to his passives, they got Peerless, Noble Dignity, and Senkei. Senkei and Peerless are the two passives that reduce slash resistance.
Okay, releasing ultimate or the basic attack, piercing blade inflicts all enemies with Senka, reducing their slash resistance by 26%. Jesus, for 15 seconds, and I'm not sure how long you guys think 15 seconds are. You guys are probably looking at this like, oh well, 15 seconds isn't that long. No, dude, like when you're in battle, you got to think about it. So let's just say like you're doing a trials, right? Trials is like 3 minutes starting off, right? 3 minutes starting off. So that's just literally a fraction of you being able to spam 15 seconds over and over, right? Like I said, everything stacks, and it might say 15%, 15 seconds, but you're stacking that every time. You're having a consistent rotation. So by like those 15 seconds that you do within 2 rotations, you're doing mass damage, way more damage than you would ever expect that you would ever do. So with that being said, guys, like you really don't have to focus on the time that you're hitting your stuff too much, because I was like that too when I first started my rotation. I would panic. I'll be like, okay, wait, I got to get my next rotation out. No, you have a full 15 seconds to keep stacking things and keep your rotation into place. It's not as short as the time.
Let me explain the Senka to them. So,
Go ahead.
Okay, I mean, when you pop your ultimate, that automatically reduces the slash resistance. But you want to have your battlefield skill already pop before you use your ultimate, because you won't have that battlefield skill to use anymore. So once you pop your ultimate, you can automatically switch back into Ichigo. And then that next passive will take effect. Passive 3, you see that where it says Peerless?
Mm-hmm. Passive 3 right there.
It says the battlefield skill Thousand Blade Funeral inflicts 1 stack of slaughter. All right?
Yep.
Slaughter. Each stack of slaughter reduces the enemy's slash resistance by, I don't know which level you guys are on, but mine says 4.5%.
4.5 right now, yeah.
Yep, and next at 5.25% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 4 times. So you already have the ultimate Senkai, right?
Senkai with the 26.
26.25% slash resistance. And on top of that, you got Peerless from the battlefield skills. As long as you drop them at least 4 times, you got 4 times 4.5.
That's like 18. That's 18% right there alone.
Yeah. Plus 18% plus 26%.
So you guys are literally diminishing the slash enemy's resistance by like almost over 50%, and that's not even on top of the damage that he provides with his battlefield skill as well. So this is in all reality, this is where you guys are getting your damage from. This is where you guys are gonna, start to see a damage difference once you start to hit your rotations. Like Byakuya's stats, his stats do matter. I usually use up the ultimate charge rate, get his crit rate, crit damage. And if you guys are ever having trouble on what you guys need to be using, instead of asking questions, just come here. It'll tell you right there. Recommended set stamp, ultimate charge rate, and crit damage, and that's gonna be the best for that character. Because this character absolutely does mass. Like I said, also with his weapon stamp. Let's get into that. Byakuya gains 2 extra battlefield skill energy every time he releases his technique. Increases the maximum number of stacks for the passive skills Flawless and Peerless to 6. So as we were just talking about this, we just increased more stacks with his weapon stamp. Is crazy. So you're just spamming stack over and over just off with his weapon stamp.
With that right there, initially you get 4 battlefield stacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with the 4 battlefield stacks, that's when you can use the Peerless 4 times to get the 4 stacks of slash resistance. But now with the weapon stamp, it adds 2 additional. So after you use the 4, you still got 2 additional to make that 6 now.
Exactly. So now that you have the 6 stacks, you're doing absolutely way more mass than you guys were doing before. And the reason why we are explaining all this to you guys, because a lot of you guys get these new characters, no core stamp, no weapon stamp fresh, and then you're like, yo, man, like, why am I not doing that damage? Why am I not doing this amount of damage? It's because these guys absolutely require, I wouldn't say require, you can get pretty far on your own just with having them regular and just doing the little simple rotations, but without weapon stamps and core stamps, you're not using these characters until their maximum potential. So it's going to make these characters seem mid. It's going to be like, oh, there's better options. Like, I need to go try to get another character. You know what I'm saying? There are more characters that are no core, no weapon stamp friendly. You know what I mean? But these guys are definitely one of the ones that you're going to want to have the core and weapon stamp for. Okay, and then when Byakuya releases Piercing Blade, its damage increases by 25% every 0.5 seconds, up to 175% damage with his Piercing Blades, bro. Like, you guys not understanding that? That's insane damage, man. That is insane damage. So, with that being said, I'm going to dive into a little trials real quick with all that information being explained. Like I said, guys, stats are important. And if you guys are wondering how to get stats and it hasn't been explained to you in the game, just come over here, go down to battle, go down to your trial right here, Realm of Mutations. Lightning Speed has Kaku, it has Tozen. This one has Byakuya and sadly Ruru, so that one's kind of a hit or miss. The next one, if you know you got your Yoruichi, this one gives Urahara and Yoruichis. And then the first one sadly gives Renji and Ichigo. So that one's kind of a hit or miss too. So you guys if you guys want to come farm for stamps and stuff like that, come right here and just like I said, go to the character again right here one more time and just look at the recommended setup: crit rate, crit damage, and attack. Now on Ichigo, I know you see attack and you're like, oh well, base attack is good. Base attack is good. You know what I'm saying, with the right bonuses. So like at 3K, I could be way higher base attack if I wanted to. I could be like 4K, but that's going to literally harm my entire character, and I won't have any crit percentage, crit damage, no nothing. So it's multiplying that base attack that you have right there. So that's pretty damn decent for having those type of stats. Excuse me. So yeah, so when you come here, you see crit rate, crit damage, go for attack percentage, not base attack on Ichigo. Go for attack percentage. Base attack is always going to come from the first stamp right here. That's an automatic given, 630 right there. So Let's go into a trial. I'm gonna just give a little test run of my damage a little bit. This is gonna be trial 12 through 1. And need to remind you guys, like, bro, so Sosa is way farther than me on Slash and anything else like that, bro. Sosa, what are you, the top one in your server right now?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, Sosa is one of the top people in his server right now. So yeah, that's
top one in everything.
Yeah, top one in everything. Actually, let's let's give it due justice. Oh, I'm not focusing on my combo. Sorry, guys, I messed up the thing a little bit. Dissertation on that. And as you guys can see, this rotation just keeps continuing. It does mass damage like that. I don't know if you guys can absolutely see the damage, but yeah, it's going berserk. Switch back to Urahara. I switch back to Byakuya. Drop his ult. Know that that's into play. Switch back to Ichi. If my controller will do it. Well, not controller, but my phone. There we go. These guys are a little more annoying to kill because they're tanky for a reason. You have to absolutely soul disputate all of them like this. Pick them up. Switch back to Ichigo. Almost got Bankai. Slash. All right, pop ult. Now this is where that damage comes in for that ult. This is where that extra 15% on top of my 50 comes in. My extra counter damage. That's going to be doing more damage right there. See what that damage does. Probably not going to do a lot. Yeah, it did a sweet little 2 mil. Okay, the Arachnar comes out. Reset your rotation. Arankar, my bad. Right there. I don't know why I'll have auto on, bro, while I'm fucking manualing. I forgot to turn that shit off. This is tragic. I just fucked up my combo. There we go. Okay, go back to him. Damage, we still got good time. See, we still have 2 minutes and we're on the final wave. Boss is almost dead. Oh, he dodged that. This is just a quick demonstration of the damage and everything else that I have. As you guys can see, it's not really ascensions. If you guys get your stats right like this, you guys can be doing this amount of damage too. I'm just showing you guys that it's possible without having ascensions or anything like that. Just get the base core stamps and you guys will be good. It's all about rotation. Finish this off. Almost got another Ichigo ult. Oh. If you guys missed that one and jump behind, you guys can always just retap it again. All right. Now use his ult. Damn, did he teleport behind me? Oh, that was scary. He teleported behind me just before that. All right, as you guys can see, 12-1 easily finished. Did I get unscathed? Yeah, 12-1 easily finished, unscathed. Kind of, sort of. Ichigo took a little damage because of that aggro. But you guys kind of get the gist of it. You guys kind of really get the gist of it. So how you guys are going to be doing more damage on Yami, how you guys are going to be doing more damage on trials, because like trust me, at some points you guys will get skill checked and you will be thinking it's your damage, but no, it's not your damage, that's a skill check. Focus on your rotation. Sometimes a few things is RNG, like Yami is RNG sometimes, so don't always, focus too hard on this rotation. His rotation doesn't change too much, but it changes just enough where you'll get comfortable with it and you'll be thinking he's doing the same thing over and over, and that's not the case. But yeah, we've been talking about this for like 25 minutes. I'm pretty sure that's going to help you guys understand why stats are important and why you guys need to be farming mutations right now. If you already haven't started, just keep in mind when you do touch level 50, everything is expensive. And whether if you're free to play, pay to win, anything, it's still going to be hard to get the materials. Still going to be hard to get the gold because you need what, guys? Energy. And unless you're out here buying, and if you've already bought all the packs for the energy and stuff like that early on, then it's just not gonna work. So if you guys are early on leveling right now, I wouldn't too much focus on stamps. I would just try to get a lot of materials that you guys can get, and by the time you're like level 45, level 50, go crazy. Anything else you want to add, Sosa?
Yeah, I would say don't even like basically what you were saying, don't even focus on stamps, honestly. Level up your characters, skills, level, their set stamp, their weapon, all that before you even try to focus on RNG and your stamps, because if you focus on using all your stamina to try to get stamps and then you don't get any good stamps and your character's still not leveling up, you're not going to get any damage. But leveling up your character, leveling up the weapon, leveling up the set stamp, leveling up the core stamp and the weapon stamp, all these things are going to get you increased damage without the RNG. That trying to grind stamps with. So that's basically it, bro. Learn rotations, focus more on the basic stats that you need. You can definitely use 4 stars, 3 stars, 5 stars, whatever you use. We got better stats, not just because the 5 stars just throw it out there. But yeah, that's basically all I got to say.
All right. All right, guys, this video has been going for like 27 minutes. I'm pretty sure either most of you guys are still tuned in. Some of you guys probably tapped out. But for the people that are still here at the end, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe for more. If you guys need any more tips, feel free to comment what you guys want me to make more videos on, because I've taught you guys the rotation in previous videos. Showed you guys a good elusive training run. Showed you guys me completing / trial 7, and I just basically showed you guys me completing trial 12-1. So, yeah, just tell me what you guys want to see. If you guys paid attention, then you're gonna have the rotation down, most damage up, most damage. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy your day, and Reflex out. Say peace, Sosa.
No safety, yo.
Safety.